All right, crew, here's a quick fleshed out version of your upper body mobility day. First off, you're going to start with a test. So you're going to use a PVC pipe and we're going to get some shoulder flexion just like this, making sure we don't bend at the elbow. And we're going to make sure that we also don't rise at the shoulder. So here's what that's going to look like. You're going to start off by sitting down on the floor, making sure that your lower back, your mid back, and your head and shoulders are all up against the wall the whole entire time during this exercise. So we're going to here, we'll sit. We'll get your lower back down first, mid back, shoulders, head. You're going to get your hands just outside of your knees, just like this. And your palms are going to be facing away from me. From here, you're going to try to raise up against the wall. I don't know if you can see that well, but my hands are not touching the wall yet. I feel like my thoracic spine wants to arch. My chest wants to rise in order to gain that range of motion, but I'm not going to let that happen. Next, what you're going to do is just flip your hands upside down. So now your palms are facing the ceiling. Same grip just outside your knees. Lower back, everything's touching the wall. Breathe. And that's as far as I can get. Again, I'm still not touching the wall. I'm even further away from the wall now. And now a hand wants to rotate away from this side. So that's going to be the first thing that I do. I want to test this and come back later and retest it. Second thing that we're going to do is bone roll. We're going to get into the lats here. The lat is going to be right over here, connecting to the bottom of your shoulder, down to your waist. So you're going to get on the fold roller just like this. You're going to spend 1 minute per side looking for a sensitive, tender area. You can set your knee up here so that way you can use your foot to help glide. You're going to find a tender area, short, small, rolling sessions here. You can rotate your body, find a little sensitive area. I found mine a bunch of times. You can kind of rotate your hand in and out like that as well. You can kind of flex your shoulder. Once you find a tender area, you can kind of tack it down, which means put pressure and then move your arm in and out. You're going to do that for 1 minute per side. Then you're going to grab one of these. This is called the peanut. You're going to put this right in between your shoulder blades or your scapula. You're going to hug your body so that way it lengthens it, so that way you can get right into the nitty gritty here. And we're going to do this for about 15 to 20 times. Whoo! Right in here. Trying to exhale. Try not to hold your breath. It is a bit painful, but that's okay. That's what we want. We're trying to open this area up. All right, next you're going to get into your lat stretch. Slip your hand right in between the band just like this. Use your open palm to grab the band. You're going to come back. You're going to round out your upper back like this and your lower back like this. And you're going to try to press down for the bands. All right. We're going to do an exercise called contract and relax. When you're in this position, you're going to contract, press down as hard as you can for 10 seconds. Then relax, release it. You're not actively pressing, you're just releasing and relaxing. Fall forward into the stretch a little bit deeper. Hold that for 10 seconds. Make sure you're breathing, then contract from that position. 10 seconds, relax, push deeper, contract, 10 seconds. That's your contract and relax. Make sure we do that. All right, next we're going to work on some banded distractions. The purpose here is just to create some space in between the joints so you can move through a full range of motion without any pain. So if you ever have some pinching or pain sensations when raising your arm up overhead or doing one of these, then this is going to be a great exercise for you. So I'm going to actually turn my back to the camera. I'm going to work on my worst side so that way we can retest later and see if this is actually beneficial. So now, when we talk about this, we want to make sure that we're creating torque by rotating here. We're also going to make sure that the shoulder is pressed back into the floor as the band is pulling laterally against the joint. So it pulls the joint away from the body. So here's what that's going to look like. Make sure your ribs are tucked down, your lower back is flat against the floor. Full range of motion, about 15 to 20 times. All right, do that for about 15 to 20 reps per side. Make sure the shoulder stays packed down, the elbow stays locked out. You get in full ranges of motion, and you're making sure that the abs are nice and tight and you're tucked down so the lower back is nice and flat. against the ground the whole time. Next, we're going to go into some activation exercises, which is strengthening the positions and the muscles. So you're going to use a little bit of a lighter weight and then build yourself up into a challenging weight. So we're going to do an upright row. With that upright row, you're going to keep this dumbbell nice and close to the center line of the body. The elbow will be higher than the shoulder, or as high as you can get it to go without causing too much pain. It's going to look like this. You're going to control on the way down. 1, 2, 3, pull. 1, 2, 3, and pull. Try to go ahead and pull with your shoulders back. Try to contract at the top here as opposed to being here rounded forward. There's a difference. All right, so make sure we're in good positions there as well. Last but not least, you're going to take a challenging dumbbell / heavy dumbbell. You're going to press it up overhead, and you're going to do overhead walks just like this. As you walk, same thing, bicep next to the ear, elbow is going to be nice and straight. Pinky will be facing forward towards you. And then your abs will be nice and tight. There's no arching in the back. You're going to walk 4 total lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back and forth on each arm. And then you're done. And then you're going to retest these positions. See what magic this has caused. All right, so the duration of this video, I pretty much did one side. But I'm really curious to see how quickly this is going to make a change. So let's make sure that we're making sense out of these positions and retest everything that we just did. Now you're going to do the same thing. Set your body up here, hands outside of the knees, palms are facing down. Boom.